We're going to be building a NASCAR-inspired engine for my 85 C10 pickup, the old square body over there. Starting with this Gen 4 6-liter LS that I know pretty much nothing about, except that it has a good set of heads on it. Let's see what's inside. Well, as you can see, I've already gathered some parts, but we do need to tear this engine down just to see how much machine work we need to do and just what we're working with. Now, we'll start by pulling the heads and seeing if these exhaust manifolds want to come off nicely. Well, that's all caked up with gasket maker. Nice. These are the heads that make this $500 purchase completely worth it, even though I know nothing about it. They're a 5364 casting, which is an L92 rectangle port head. These are a high flowing factory head, 68cc combustion chambers. We're just going to clean them up and throw them right back on here. There, that good. Missing the back bolt on both sides, but it's not broken off in there. Not bad at all. Sides all slopped up too with high temp gasket maker. Those spark plugs look almost brand new. Let's go ahead and have a look. Wow. Starting by getting the rockers off first, we'll break it loose with the breaker bar. It's not going to be as imperative to keep track of where everything came from. Push rods are not getting reused, but I will keep them. They look very good and clean for that matter. Same with the heads. This is a clean engine. We'll remove this steam port crossover line. Also not getting reused, but ain't nothing wrong with it. Hang on to that. Same deal over here, getting the rockers and push rods off. Back of the heads have these steam port block offs, which I will probably end up reusing. Let's pull the heads. None of this hardware is getting reused. Come on in. There it comes. Sweet. Now that the heads are off, nothing fancy here, just full teardown. We'll see what all the parts are looking like, what's going in the machine shop, what kind of condition everything's in, and we'll make a plan. I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt this time lapse real quick to show you when I pulled the drain bolt on the oil pan. I heard and we got metal shavings and we got needle bearings, and it's sparkly. Everything up to this point looks really good, so we're gonna pull this oil pan, see what's hiding. Well, that was time lapsing that whole time I was talking just now. I was expecting to like see something, and everything looks to be intact from here. I can see a few of the pistons kind of got peppered on the bottom from whatever that metal thing was flying around in there, but there's more needle bearings sitting right here. But like, what the heck uses a needle bearing in here? I'm gonna continue tear down. Time will tell. Maybe. Well, it's always something. These cam retaining plate bolts are stupid tight. This bit's gonna snap. It's already starting to twist a little bit. Like, should not be that tight. We'll address that later. Maybe once the crank is out, we'll drill these out or something, because we can get the crank and pistons out a while at least. Everything feels pretty good. In a couple spots, the crank got peppered a little bit, but it's weird. I don't see anything that out of the ordinary. This should just lift right out. Yep. And I'm thinking that crank will not need machined. I mean, look at these bearings. Could run those. I'm telling you, man. Oh, look. There's all kinds of metal sprinkled through the... I don't know if something got dropped down through the intake, but it probably made a heck of a racket. I don't think it was running long with whatever was in there. The bearing, that one's a little scratched and peppered. So, I tried all of these, and they all feel about tight enough to make the bit want to break. And I don't know if you can see, but it's already a little wavy. So it is tight. We don't really have much else option but to drill them out. I'm not worried about metal shavings. It's going in the machine shop anyway. Two things working in our favor. These bolts are countersunk. The head kind of tapers off, and this plate is pretty thick. So we don't really risk drilling into the block that much. So we just need all these heads to pop off, get the plate off, and then we'll extract. Here we go. That was a projectile, if I've ever seen one. What would happen if I take a grinder and went zip, zip, zip? this whole bump stick out of there. What the heck was that? Ah, I think I just found the problem. See that lobe? I wasn't gonna say anything, but this lifter got stuck. And that is the roller from the roller lifter. Oh yeah, dude, that thing's cooked. That's what failed this engine. A broken lifter. Where'd that other piece go? So yeah, there's probably a needle bearing in here, and it got stuck, and then the cam wore that down. I'm thinking they shut this engine down real quick, which is good for us, because everything else does seem okay. I'm glad we found something. Just to further argue that they shut it down quickly, is the cam lobe is actually like not even that bad, but you can tell that it was riding weird. Sweet. Let's try some extraction. Ooh. Here we go. All right. Check that out. These threads are like round at the bottom. That one's for the machine shop. Same deal with them threads. Whoa, that cam bearing shot. How did I just now see that? 6.0 completely stripped down. What I was hoping for from the machine shop was that we didn't have to do a lot of actual machining, more just cleaning, polishing, honing. That way we have a quicker turnaround time and keep the budget down. By the way things are looking, I think we're gonna be all right. The crank, all the journals are pretty smooth. I don't see any obvious looking problems. Should just be able to polish that and go on our way. The crank itself is fine. The bearings look half decent. There are some gouges that catch my fingernail on some of the main bearings here, but there was little chunks of metal floating around in this engine. Rod bearings look good for the most part. This is probably the worst one right here. Pretty big gouge. But that lifter breaking off like that, that's pretty crazy. And then that roller just ground down and all that went into the engine. But we got new lifters, new cam, new a lot of things. We're going to do new bearings, of course. And then the block itself, I'm actually amazed how clean these bores are. You can even see some crosshatch still if you catch it right. But they're smooth, no ring gouges or anything. I think we'll be good there with just a hone and then keep the standard 4-inch bore. And then cam bearings. I was actually going to have them do cam bearings regardless of how these looked, but anytime you see copper showing through on a bearing, they are about shot. So you can see the rearmost one, some copper showing, and then the one up front. And then they're just gonna go through the whole thing, clean it, check the lifter bores, check all of our clearances, magnaflux it, check for cracks. I'm gonna get everything ready that I'm taking to the machine shop. The heads are staying here for me to clean. Pretty much everything else is going. Flip it around, get all these bearings off. I'm gonna put all the caps on, the used bolts, just to hold everything together. Snug all these down, not torque spec or anything. And I got the side bolts in there too. Same with the pistons. I'm gonna put all the caps on and snug them down. Oh yeah, here's that piston that got peppered a little bit with all the shrapnel. They all have like a couple little nicks here and there, but this one's about the worst. I'm not worried about it though. I don't see any structural damage, just kind of got hit with some bird shot. Pistons are all in pretty good shape, just a little bit dirty. Connecting rods are all good. Gen 4 LSs have pretty good pistons, so just clean these up, new bearings, and let her rip. This is actually pretty cool. I did not know this about LSs, but they have fractured split rod caps, so they're not machined flat. They're actually just kind of very uneven, and they're just broke off, so if you try and flip it, it's way off. So it lines up perfect for where it was fractured. Pretty cool. And then I'm marking all these because I'm not sure if they're going to balance it or not. I'm not an LS wizard yet. Just wait. I'm very excited for this engine build. This is my first time working on an LS, but it is my first rebuild of one. Block, pistons, got the crank. I think that's it. Let's load up. Moving out. All right, we're free. Oh yeah, that is right. I need to get that oil diverter barbell out of there. Wood screw. It's made of plastic, by the way. The barbell. The Suburban has been pulling the shop truck duty. That, there. Loaded up, ready to go. Drop this stuff off first thing tomorrow morning. Now it is up to the machine shop to get that thing polished and ready to build, put back together. It'll probably be there for a couple weeks. Once it's back here, we can get started with some real work, and we got parts. Parts. We're ready to build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take it easy. See you in the next one.